Traces of the supernatural reveal themselves more often than intelligent and reasonable men would prefer them to. Chimeras, worshipped by our ancestors centuries ago, crawl back into the light from ancient times. The directors of our fate rain ash down on us from the grey heavens. They conceal themselves beneath us, above us, and among us, staying hidden until we muster up the resolve to meet their malevolent gaze. Having been discovered, they appear in the flesh for a mere moment, and then they expire horribly, wreaking havoc on the world that they rightfully see as their toy.
Alright. Hello everyone. It's me, Explosive Ramen, and welcome to Pathologic. I should be saying welcome back, however, because I tried to record this before, and unfortunately, because basically the video, I had to adjust the video format in OBS for Mist 4 Revelation. And because it was completely adjusted, I ended up, the format for this game was screwed up when I tried to record it. So unfortunately, the footage for that ended up being completely unusable. There was no way to fix it. So I ended up just basically giving up on it for now. Now though, the format is right this time. I made sure of it myself. Matter of fact, you know what? I'll do it right now. I'll fix it. Control F. There we go. Now I know for a fact that it is correct. Anyways, so enough about me. Let's talk about this game. This is very different than what you're gonna be, than what you're used to seeing me play on this channel, even though I've only played about 4 games. Well, no, not 4 games. More like 6 to be exact, but 3 of them were narrative games and 3 of them were from the Myst series. I know I am going through the Myst series right now. Specifically, I'm going through Myst 4, as I said. I'm still going to be doing Myst 4, but for now I just want to take a break from it because Cirrus decided to make his expire as convoluted as fucking possible. But anyways, Pathologic. This is a psychological horror game that was first developed in 2005, or released in 2005, by Ice Pick Lodge. You might have heard of them. This was actually their debut game, and it was wildly successful, although it was infamous for a very shitty English translation. So people basically couldn't tell what was going on, couldn't figure out what was going on very well. Anyway, so yeah, from what I heard about this game, it is brutal as shit. It is unforgiving. It is punishing. It is harsh. It's borderline sadistic. Basically, it's super difficult, is what I'm trying to say. I've not seen any gameplay of it, have not seen, well, besides my own, of course. But I didn't go that far into the game, don't worry about that. I will try to keep my choices the exact same as I did for the last time. And I'll basically be explaining some things along the way. Other than that, I am pretty much blind. Besides, I'll say the cert when we get there. I will say when I stopped, so you know exactly how much progress I made, which was really not that much. Anyways, if you want to get an idea for how difficult this game is, I had heard, I don't know if this is true, but I had heard that the healing items in this game, they heal you, but they also decrease every single one of your other stats. And not only that, but you have to juggle reputation, you have to juggle your health, you have to juggle your condition, you have to juggle your allegiances, you have to juggle your relationship with other people. It's insane. You have to pay attention to so many things at once. So yeah, from what I heard, it's pretty difficult. And also, some scenes in this game are apparently not that not that friendly to people who are sensitive. So might want to harden up a bit. So as you can see from load game, I did play a bit of this, unfortunately. And while I do wish that that could have been it just I guess it just wasn't meant to be for that. Here we go for new game.
So it's all about trickery to you? Wherever have you come from?
So yeah,
No. I detest trickery, but if we ourselves are to suffer deception, our hands are no longer tied. Where are we?
Well, the muscular contraction is there. Means we're already inside of him. This must be one of the ventricles, right here.
I don't know if this scene means anything or not.
It's stuffed. So it's not real now? I don't think it has started yet.
Does it matter what it's made of? It's definitely struggling. We need to perform sectio transversalis. Cut the wall. There's no other way out. What else is there to do?
I know what to do. Those who favor hard logic and direct action are bound to be misguided. Only a miracle can set us free without us having to destroy something. And I can do miracles. Just let me.
I'm sure you can.
Please be quiet. You're a
Thank you.
liar and a thief. Who is going to believe you when you keep lying to yourself? The truth is my shepherd. Whatever happens, I will find answers, and justice will be restored. I will perform the operation. Medica morbo adhibe.
Don't you go all bossy on me, clever clogs. You will act justly, but your justice will blind you and become his demise. This calls for the gentle hand of a surgeon. Step aside, both of you.
Your gentle hands are used to killing, not giving life. You will inevitably do harm. As for Brainy, he has no regard for casualties at all. Neither of you knows compassion.
Yes, it seems unlikely that we'll get along well, but there's only one truth.
Any choice is right as long as it's willed. That's the truth of the matter.
Only the heart will show you the right choice. Stop thinking about yourselves. Think of the sick. He's in pain. I can't see it yet, but I can feel it.
It's not even a trap. It's a grave. Subipsum funis sumus. Can't say I hold a soft spot for it.
I can see that. You're full of hate. Stuffed or not, it's breathing. I can hear it. It can be healed rather than killed.
You mean you won't become a killer? But you will. Mark my word, that's exactly what will happen. But I can avoid it.
No, we won't ever get along. I suggest we be on our way. The sooner the better.
Off we go then?
Let's go. The clock is ticking.
Okay, I was about to ask when they were done. Anyways, It's 'cause, oh. Okay. Looks like they're frozen. Anyways, I'm glad I stuck around for that, because I actually accidentally skipped it, because I clicked on this door. Or, what did I do to this door? I pressed E on it, okay. So, now you have these three characters to pick from, except for this one, the Changeling. This character is only unlocked after you finish the Bachelor or the Harspec storyline. So the Bachelor is basically not the Bachelor that you're thinking of, but a doctor. Not the Bachelor that first comes to your mind, but he is a doctor, and he's challenging death. Basically, he wants to find the answer to immortality. So it says here, the history of humanity witnessed a number of catastrophes that have demonstrated without a shadow of a doubt the pettiness of human achievement and the triumph of the invincible evil. Outbreaks of infectious diseases that have from time to time wiped towns and cities off the map are undoubtedly among those. However smart and virtuous, the people caught up in these destructive events have repeatedly come to the conclusion that it's no use trying to fight these circumstances. The best you can do is bite the bullet and cope with your losses. This is the story of a person who has managed to work a miracle and defeat a seemingly unvanquishable foe. And the unvanquishable foe is basically death. A Haruspex. Now, I didn't know what a Haruspex was, so I actually looked it up. And apparently it's a priest that, from what I can tell, it said it was like a priest that uses the entrails of animals to predict things or something like that. I'm actually gonna look up the proper definition for it right now. But basically, yeah, it was something weird. One of a class, yep. In ancient Rome, one of a class of minor priests who practiced divination, especially from the entrails of animals killed in sacrifice. So, yeah, in other words, he'll fit right in. He'll fit right into this town. Anyways, how do they call upon the Menku, the faithful of a warden kin, known by their hands? They are butchers, known by their eyes, for they are surgeons, they who follow the lines, they who are the leaders of the kin, they who speak to Udurs, they who know the secret art of haruspicy. Oh wait, no, it explains it right here. Anyways, what the fuck are those terms? What is a Haruspex? Reading the future in the entrails, he knows that a body bears semblance to the universe. His scalpel follows the lines of the body, his steps follow the lines of his kin's fortune. A Haruspex that can tell a true lie from a false one is entrusted with power. A Haruspex who is confused by his path gets buried into the deep black flesh of the earth. This is the story of a person who has avoided the contradiction, eager to rip a doomed life apart, masterfully fulfilling his true purpose in the process. There you go, Zhao. Video started now. So anyways, I picked the Bachelor last time, so that's who I'm going to pick now.
Daniil Dankovsky, a Bachelor of Medicine, was brought here by circumstances most unfortunate. Dankovsky's life work, his theory challenging the existing notions of human mortality, is being harshly persecuted by the powers that be. Suddenly, a letter arrives from a colleague suggesting that there is previous undiscovered evidence which may support Dankovsky's claims. There is a settlement, the letter says, ruled by an extraordinary man who may well be seen as objective proof of Dankovsky's daring hypothesis. Grasping at straws of hope, Dankovsky decides to follow what he believes to be the sign of divine providence. Without further ado, he sets off for the settlement. Late at night, Bachelor arrives in the town. As he seeks room and board, he gets to know a girl called Eva Yan and stays at her place till dawn.
So yeah, that was just an introduction to some of the characters that we'll meet. At least I'm assuming that's the case. I did recognize 2 of them at least. Well, 3 if you count the one at the end. Here we go. As of today, my mission remains obscure. The examination of Simon Kane, who is rumored to be a man of incredible longevity, may shake the very foundation of modern thanatology and challenge the existent notions of death itself. However, even if this undying Leviathan proves to be more than a fairy tale, the mere confirmation of his existence won't suffice to prevent the powers that be from shutting our laboratory down. I need to figure out the more fruitful approach. Simon is a well-respected man, and if he mistakes my interest for effrontery, it would be nigh impossible to convince him to help me break new ground in the field of human vitality. Yeah, there's not much anything else to go off of. Day 1, by the end of which the Bachelor finds himself battling a truly unvanquishable foe. So, I know a lot of you who have watched my missed playthrough, you would expect this to be a note that you can read. It's not. It is not something that you can read. Anyways, this is where we were staying. Not much to it. Aside from there being, of course, that. So we, oh wait, hold on, where were we supposed to go? Oh yeah, right, it was down here. So you can't read that, by the way. Also, something weird, you can't actually sprint in this game. At least I don't think. You can't sprint, you can only, when you press shift, you crouch. So that's awkward as it is. So anyways, here is Eva Yan. Now she's saying something, and I don't mean like the dialogue, like the text choice. I mean she's actually vocally saying something, but I can't hear it because it's so muted and just like toned down. I tried turning the voice volume up, that didn't work. So we'll just go along with it. Sorry. Did the sounds from the outside wake you up too? There was a terrible groan, and then something snapped loudly. No, I heard nothing. I fell asleep so quickly I didn't even notice. It's like I fainted. So what sounds are you talking about? Sorry. So anyways, oh yeah, I forgot to mention as well. This is Pathologic Classic HD. Icepick Lodge just recently released Pathologic 2, which apparently is a remake of Pathologic. But this is a remaster of Pathologic. It's confusing, I know, but yeah, we'll just go with it. Also, the English is fixed, so no shitty English translation. Sorry, guys. No, I heard nothing. I fell asleep. I actually don't remember what I picked for this. I think I picked, no, I heard nothing. Yeah. I think there are strangers in the backyard by the pond. They're unlikely to be planning mischief, but I have a bad feeling about this. I'm afraid to go out to them. I hope they go away soon and stop disturbing our sleep. I'd like to thank you for your hospitality, for board and bed. Why do you think they aren't planning anything foul? I picked, why do you think they aren't planning anything foul? Our population is so thin. Crime is basically non-existent, especially here in the Stone Yard. Sometimes there are pranks, of course. Fights happen occasionally. People are young here, so they often go out at night, but we're a tight community, and now I hear unfamiliar speech. That's not a good sound. I'll go out and take a look, but I'm in a hurry. I must see this founding father of yours. Are you willing to trade the company of a fascinating woman for that of a dreadful old man, even if he is a sorcerer? That's so sad. Yeah, my dude is pretty sad. I'm not gonna lie. He looks pretty sad. Looks like a knockoff Keanu Reeves from his profile pic, from his picture. But Simon won't go anywhere. He has always been. He always will be, even if the moon were to fall to the ground. Please stay with me a little longer. Did I hear you right? I think I picked this next one. I couldn't even imagine the hospitality here. But who was waiting for me? I didn't notify Brock of my arrival. Brock is your associate, by the way. Also, if I pronounce the names wrong, I'm sorry. I'm not an expert on Russian. Yeah, you get the idea. I'm not even sure what made me take off this place. I think I picked this one. Glory is the messenger riding ahead of the man, a celebrity from the capital. I wouldn't call him a celebrity. Bachelor Dankovsky, the founder of Thanatica, the man who challenges death. Of course we've heard about you. The glory is undeserved yet, but I hope that getting to know your ruler will give me a chance to live up to the expectations. I have to go, Eva. Tell me where Simon Kane lives. I chose this one. I definitely know that. Death. So that's the enemy you've chosen for yourself. Isn't that hard? I don't think anyone has managed to defeat that evil yet. Millions of doctors defeated it on certain singular occasions, but my enemy is more fearsome. It is death itself rather than a singular case of death. I don't understand. I can barely understand it myself. Could death only seem inevitable to us, but in reality be nothing more than a whim of the will that has shaped this world? That is the question. So where's the key to my victory? Show me where Simon lives. Just the other one's so just roundabout and like philosophical, and the other one's just like, fuck it, just show me where Simon Kane lives. Alright, I picked this one. I definitely know that. It's not far. The Kanes live at the Crucible on Bridge Square, but could I please offer you a piece of advice? Go on. Simon has two younger brothers. The eldest of the two, Georgie, is called the Judge by the locals. Visit him first. He isn't asleep. I apologize. He'll teach you how to speak with Simon. The youngest of the three is Victor. His daughter Maria also wanted to see you. It's probably important. Let me turn my lamp on. Was it she who knew about my arrival beforehand? Yes. She told me about it privately. Talking to her is no simple task. Maria is that kind of person. She puts on airs, but that's just how the Kanes are. It was Maria who told me that she would help you defeat death. That's the precise wording. What a coincidence. Alright, thank you for the advice. Go on. Or go, and I'll prepare everything for your return. Do come back after you speak to the Kanes. They will probably do a lot of things that will puzzle you and put you on guard. I will have some advice that may be of help to you if you need it. Okay, I'll come back. So those were all the, I believe, at least most, if not all, of the choices that I did for my previous, for my failed recording. I also went through all these locations, like observing every single one. I don't want to do that now. You can probably understand why. But yeah. So I think you can't, oh. Hello. That ominous singing outside the window is gnawing at me. I didn't actually do this, I will admit. Who could be singing at a time like this? I'll take a look when I go outside. Okay. Anyways. So I'll I'll overwrite this save, I guess. So now we're outside. Anyways, and you're immediately greeted by these two creatures, but more importantly, well, not really more importantly, but let's go over here, and you'll see these two lovely people. Especially that one on the left. It doesn't look just so cuddly. Just look at him. The other dude with seemingly has elf ears. Also, that music is nice. I'm just saying. So if you go up to them, you don't actually get a lot of dialogue choices. I'll show you right now. So this is a factory worker. What do you want? This ain't your business. Nothing, just taking a stroll of what is this creature. And if you talk to this guy, the worm feels sick. So he is a worm. Head packed, blood boiling, belly freezing. Let the worm warm up. Let him take a rest. Don't touch us, we're dangerous. If you say get lost, I'm even more dangerous, he'll actually attack you. But if you say, well, that's some stench, you animal, how on earth do you even live like that? He won't actually do anything to you. But just, yeah. So, and you'll see that in the top left corner, there's some money in there. I learned actually. Let me open my inventory real quick. That it's actually you picking up spare change automatically, which I thought was cool. So, anyways, speak to this executor. Halt. I'm going to have to teach you about the technicalities of the setting, the time and the place. It's not essential, but that's just how it is. The actor has to be prepared before he goes on stage, or else he'll fall down the aisle or stumble upon the prompt box. That would look mighty silly, wouldn't you agree? Who are you? An actor in a tragic mime show. That's unimportant. Will you listen to me or not? I am listening. Time flies by. It can't be stopped or turned back. Nights follow days, which are then followed by nights. Things happen without any regard for whether you're there to witness them. Don't expect anyone to wait for you. Most events can be missed. And so it would make sense for you to visit the places that you care about regularly. You'll find the people that will play major roles in your fate there. They stand out from the common folk. The rest are just a crowd shot, a background, a bunch of extras. As it has always been. Indeed. Still, it's best to avoid hasty judgment. It's a paradox, you see. Don't try to care too much for the lives of these bound to stand out people, and don't be too dismissive of the silent crowd. Both extremes will end in tragedy. Why is that? This world cares for your reputation, a fine and crucial instrument. Your reputation changes the world you see, for it is a mirror, wouldn't you agree? And so a bad reputation can get you into a lot of trouble. For example... Oh, need I describe? You've got a vivid imagination. Everything changes from mystical aspects to mundane things, like the people you need treating you badly. How many enemies you've got, how high the prices rise, how bad your dreams are. Lots of things. A sorry prospect. So how do I maintain my reputation? Really? How is that even a question? Same as anywhere. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not lie, thou shalt not betray, do not steal, do not covet, do not be an asshole, do not get caught. The rules are the same everywhere. A truly selfless deed, like risking something for thy neighbor or even a person who lives quite far away, can help in a dire situation. I see. Really? Good for you then. As for me, I can't see anything in this mask. I have no idea what's going on. Anyway, don't get too worked up about human lives, and don't put too much stock into another's words, mine included. He who trusts everyone is asking to be deceived. Definitely. Yet he who trusts no one is deluded another from experience. I actually don't know what I chose. definitely, I think is what I chose, actually. Oh yeah, when you talk to people, or at least he explains this better than I can, actually. Tragedian. Venerable Bachelor, please be so kind as to linger for a moment. This conversation won't take too much of your time, especially since time stops during dialogues, at least during the important ones. And our dialogue is extremely important. You need to know how to play after all, don't you? Play? What are you talking about, Mask Man? I'm neither a gambler nor an actor. Who are you? A poor tragedian, if you please. A victim of circumstances just like you. You are mistaken. I am the director, the person in charge of the situation. I'm not a random actor. Of course you aren't. You're a living, breathing man, as is evident from your conditions and statuses. You experience hunger, thirst, and fatigue. You suffer from pain, wounds, and diseases. You're so lifelike. You have to eat, drink, sleep, and rest. And to make mistakes. The latter being the most definitive proof of my human nature, wouldn't you agree? If I may, I would like to point out just how important it is to keep an eye on your condition. If you get dizzy or unnaturally sluggish, do have it checked up. Vital processes tend to run faster during emergencies than in everyday life. I know a person who died of stress but was diagnosed with starvation. It happens. I can testify that. Well, it happens. I can testify to that as a doctor. Need I remind a wise man like you of the fact that hunger is sated with food? Food can be found in shops, and shops can be found in ordinary houses that are marked with specific signs. Sleep, however, is more complicated. People only sleep in beds and only in private residences around here. I'm sorry, but that's just how our world is. Yes, the world is unjust. And quite silly if you forgive me for saying so. Speaking of commerce, different shops sell similar items at different prices, so make sure you don't get cheated. People can get quite brazen around here. You can also barter with the folk out in the street. Some things may be nothing more than trinkets to you, but others would be willing to part with their life's blood for them. Blood? Yes, blood. It's not my place to lecture you, but if, following your Hippocratic oath, you ever consider easing someone's pain, feel free to just approach them with a suitable drug. You will see their pain reducing before your very eyes. Receding before your very eyes. The sick fall asleep when they're close to recovery, don't they? Or when they're close to their ultimate rest. Still, helping the hopeless will grant you a good reputation. You'll be seen as a benefactor willing to part with a precious sleeping draught or a painkiller for a simple bystander. Anything else? No, not yet. Show me the way to Simon's house. Turn left now, then walk along the alley. You'll see a cathedral and 3 mansions across Bridge Square. Simon lives in the one that is closest to the river. Thank you. So anyways, yeah, that's really about it. So let's save. What the hell? Oh, it's all the way up there. Whoa. Oh, I didn't realize you could, empty bottle can be filled with spring water. Alright, I'll take that. So, yeah, to my knowledge, there's no, yeah, there is really no way that you can actually, sprint in this game. Of course, I could be wrong, but... let me see. Let me look at the map, which is M. So this is Victor's house. So of course she wants me to go into his house. And also, you notice we collected 4 coins. See that? I was at 1432, and now we're at 1436. So yes, you are you are getting spare changes to go along, which I thought was just clever, really, because no one ever thinks of doing that. Also, P is for, and this guy gets up when I'm right in front of him. If you press P, you'll see right here, it does exactly that. It shows you everything about you, your adherents, which I don't have any yet, seems like. So L is letters, I guess. Oh, actually, I didn't read this. Isidore Barak's message. My dear Bachelor Denkovsky, it was most disconcerting to learn that the powers that be had the intention of shutting down the laboratory that owes its fame largely to your research in the field of thanatology. Is it true that your detractors have branded your studies scientifically stillborn? That ain't good. That ain't good. Also, Victor, what the hell is that painting? I mean, I guess it's not too weird, but it's a little unorthodox for me. Hopefully, I'm hoping that's your wife. I didn't even notice that before. Oh, whatever. Anyways, rejoice, Bachelor, for there is an observable case that would quell the obscurance that reject the research of death, aging, and necrosis as a subject that lacks academic viability. I also criticized that comment I just said right there because it's a because nowadays it's a you know with cryogenesis or something, what it's called. Yeah, it's a, and of course like using brains in robots, like restoring memories and stuff. It's still pretty relevant study. This case, were you to document it, would go a long way towards restoring your reputation as a scholar. The subject in question is Simon Kane, who has ruled the town where I live for as long as I can remember. This man's longevity transcends the boundaries of what is plausible. It is phenomenal, no less, and I struggle to give an explanation of it with what scientific means I have at my disposal. Make no delay. There is a sensational discovery to be made here, a breakthrough that will not only save your laboratory, but also revivify your studies and greatly increase your scientific renown. Your humble servant and faithful colleague, Isidore Barak. P.S. I spoke to Simon on your behalf, and he has kindly agreed to facilitate your effort. Daring ideas and far-fetched projects are traditionally very well respected in our neck of the woods. Alright, hold on. Sorry about that, I had to close my door. L. K, J. Oh yeah, F is a fire for like lighting a match. That scared me. I'm not gonna lie. N, B, V. I don't know what that is. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yes, use, and then Q is for what the fuck do you want? Dumbass, fat ass piece of shit. Talk to my cat. Okay. Goes out, comes back in, goes out, comes back in like a fucking retard. Hey. The famous Dr. Denkovsky. Your arrival is a great honor for us. Victor Kane at your service. Daniil Denkovsky at yours. I foresee that the things that have become ordinary for us will probably make you feel uncomfortable and disturbed. I would like to compensate for that impression. Actually, no, he probably has like a bit of a deeper voice. I foresee the things that have become ordinary for us will probably make you feel uncomfortable and disturbed. I would like to compensate for that impression. You know, our small community has fallen out of the loop. Time leaves us behind. What do you mean? I mean the traditions. Games that we play with passion will most likely be of no Games that we play with passion will most likely be of no interest to you. The people you meet here may seem eccentric, naive, or even somewhat deranged. Please, take it easy on us. Don't judge us too strictly. I will do my best not to disappoint you. I hope we will be able to work in the atmosphere of mutual trust. Georgie is waiting for you, my friend. He has news for you that you'll find surprising. I only ask one thing. Don't be too quick to reject his request. What does he want from me? I don't understand. Thank you, I'll decide then and there. What does he want from me? So yeah, his their facial expressions I often get concerned about. Yeah, God, look at his face! It's so creepy! Look at that! I don't know if he's like, I don't know how to read that face, I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't. I don't know, women are better at reading faces, so maybe some of the females there can explain it. I don't know. I'm joking, by the way. That's not... Well, I guess the Mythbusters kind of proved that it was true, so... Yeah. Anyways. He will explain it better himself. We put too many hopes in your arrival. The echo of these hopes has led him to offer you a rather intricate conundrum to solve. What is it? You're scaring me. What is it? It's not exactly in your line of work, and yet, if we are to believe a certain source, which we deemed quite trustworthy, it appears that you are the only person that can help our family. The reward will be fitting, of course. Alright, I'll speak to Georgie. So yeah, by the way, you can't take anything from here. So if you're telling me to do that, it's not possible. I can't go through this door either. So anyways, let's go over to Maria's place. Now, Maria, in my opinion, is the weirdest and most likely the most unpredictable out of the entire group. I mean, then again, that is how women are, but no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Can you speak up? I can't hear what you're saying. Alright, fuck you. Here is Maria Kane. You resemble an adventurer rather than a doctor. How is it that you know me? Who are you? I'm an adventurer. I am an adventurer. Appearances can be deceiving. How is it that you know me? I saw you in a dream. Don't flatter yourself. My desires have nothing to do with that. I simply saw you take us all by the throat. What else did you see in that dream? Or cruel words? I think it was a... What else did you see in that dream? I'll tell you when I think I can trust you. You're an arrogant girl, aren't you? And I think I said I hope that happens soon. I have a lot to tell you, Bachelor Dunkovsky, but I dare not. Until you meet my Uncle Georgie. Otherwise he'll rip my tongue out for disclosing a secret. Some strict morals your family has. Looking for Simon. I think I said this. They make much more sense than you think. This is not a game, is it? For all that is holy, do speak to my uncle, and then come back to me. Otherwise the excruciating anticipation will tear my heart to pieces. Alright, we cannot put your heart at stake now, can we? God, fucking look at her. Does this look like a woman that you trust? I'm not saying, it's just... I guess everyone here looks creepy, but she, to me personally, seems and acts the creepiest and the weirdest. Yeah, I think she said heart at stake, and now she was smiling. I couldn't remember if she was smiling before I approached her. I still can't. Yeah, I don't think I can take this. I'd rather not without any permission, because I don't want to start shit already. Anyways, let's go over to here. I remember someone specifically saying that Georgie's or Simon Kane's, whoever, their mansion was the one with the quote-unquote crown on the top. What they mean by that is that, as you can see, you see how these pillars are taller than the rest? That's the crown. So you can see right here, that's not present on these or these. Wait, is it? Okay, you know what? Shit, it might be. Alright, never mind. Hey, I found another coin. So yeah, basically the town is being wiped out by a plague, in case you haven't caught that yet. So I'm gonna save right here. Most venerable doctor, it is with great impatience that we have been expecting you. You need not delve into the minutiae of your business with us, since our family is well acquainted with the scholarly work. We are also quite aware of the difficulties you are experiencing and well prepared to do our utmost to support you. It hurts me all the more to be the one to inform you that Simon, my consent. Why do you use fucking big ass words like that, man? Come on, you don't. That's not necessary. I'm a doctor, though. I did sort of call for this. My consanguineous brother, the creator, keeper, and embodiment of all that surrounds us, has been murdered. I can't believe it. It cannot be. Damn it, why did I arrive right as I... Who did it? Just, who did it? Cannot be. My brother was murdered last night under the strangest of circumstances, but... For all the mystery surrounding his death, I'd rather eschew the notion that his departure was connected to whoever had visited Simon that evening. The visitor is a man of laudable rectitude, and an old friend of our family. They are witnesses to testify that he and Simon did nothing but converse. Who was the visitor? Has it occurred to you that your brother could have died a natural death? Oh wow, I actually don't remember what I asked. I think I asked, it won't be easy for you to accept it as fact, but this fact is not subject to debate. My brother could under no circumstance have died a natural death. Oh, I think I picked the other choice. I'd rather not waste our time explaining the entire situation to you, even if it helps my substantiate the claims that you are justified to see as extraordinary. My dear doctor, I cannot imagine what kind of infernal aptitude the killer of Simon Kane must have, but Simon could not have died a natural death, so murder is the only feasible explanation. What kind of help do you expect from me? It could be that my mind is clouded by sorrow, but I cannot escape the feeling that your arrival was no coincidence. Your choice was made for you, my dear doctor. Let us not blame fate for it. Isidore wrote to you without making us aware. He took a risk that could have displeased our family. Really? Why do you say the word fate with such disgust? Really? Even though we were uncertain of when you would arrive, my brother was looking forward to meeting you. The tragedy may have been a consequence of the actions he took in preparation for your arrival. Someone has taken a powerful piece from the chessboard, a piece upon which your position has depended. On which your position here depended. It is doubly regrettable that Simon was playing on your side. So you presume the queen knew of the chessboard and sacrificed itself for a pawn, but why? My sincerest condolences to you. Is there anything I can do to help? I think I chose the top one, but I actually kind of want to choose the bottom. But no, I'm gonna stick to grant you victory over death. Was it not your ultimate aspiration? To help you, Simon seems to have played a very dangerous game with fate itself. He went out of his way to provide you with a body of evidence. What did he do? If that is indeed so, I feel obliged. What did he do? It is of no importance to me what exactly he did. He took another leap for the stars and paid a terrible price for it. I repeat, he was murdered. The subject of importance here is the identity of the murderer. Everything has gone to rack and ruin. I wish I could take vengeance upon the person who ripped life from this man. Do you not want to help us, Doctor? Or do you want to help us, Doctor? Find the murderer for us. My brother, Victor, who is in the wing next door, would share some of his thoughts on the matter. Help us, and the reward will not disappoint you. I'm sorry, honestly, if I went to a doctor, or I went to a pathologist, I wouldn't be surprised if I had a speech disorder. I don't think I do. I think I'm just naturally shit at speaking, but I wouldn't be surprised if I had one. Indeed, it seems there are too many coincidences. Your brother's murder can just as well be called the murder of Bachelor Dankovsky. I will help you in every way I can. Now I can see he's kind of smiling now. I am convinced that if there is anyone at all that can help us solve the puzzle, then it is you. This mission calls for someone as astute and inventive as yourself. If Isidore were an instrument of fate, then Simon's murder is a message that fate intended for you personally. Do not think I am inclined to blame you for that. I am not. That would have been strange to say the least. How do you plan to look for the murderer? We will take our own measures. The only thing I expect from you is to be yourself. Do only what you think is required. Whatever you find out, whatever you do, whatever your day turns into, everything is a clue to the solution of this puzzle. I repeat, everything that is happening here is happening on your account. Fine, I'm fine with this course of action. You have my sympathy. You have my sympathy. Simon is dead. His brother is... I wish sympathize with my request. Only need a living evidence of the impossible. Simon is dead. His brother Georgie is preparing to take the empty throne of the clan's leader. The Kanes are obsessed with the idea of finding the murderer. They don't seem to be driven by rancor, but rather by the desire to uncover a mystery. Interesting. This is where Victor lives, the youngest of the 3 Kane brothers. He can tell me more about Simon's manner of death. Okay. So, I don't know if he's got anything different to say. I'm counting on you, Doctor. How many doctors are in this town? If we exclude Isidore Burrock, Stanislav Rubin is the only doctor here. He's the most competent of Isidore's apprentices. The rest are good for nothing as far as I can tell. They're only capable of distorting the knowledge through teachers trying to pass to them. I see your point. Reuben will come here tonight to get down to examining my brother. You will get acquainted then. Alright. So what exactly was it? What time is it? I guess it's 7:30 in the morning. Would be my guess. So far, I'm liking this game, I must say. I just found 7 coins on the ground? Who just misses that? Come on, man. Alright, save. Overwrite this. She said, okay, I heard what she said. She said it came from below the ground. For many years, we were something, something, something. I think she said we were burying. I'm not sure. Now listen closely. The time for collusion, secrets, and alliances has come. I'm going to ask something of you. I'm not used to that. I'm used to holding the reins, but you are not harnessed, so it would be unacceptable to address you in this manner. I find solace in the fact that my request will be welcome with you. It fits the style of your venture. I'm not an adventurer. I'm not an adventurer, and my job is no venture. I hope it never becomes one. Yes, you better be polite. I don't take kindly to orders. I'm a creature of liberty. I apologize if my words come across as mangled and silly. I am truly not used to asking, but the nature of my request demands complete and selfless humility. Just imagine me begging and kneeling, and believe me, I do feel that way. Okay, that's... Okay, Maria? Good lord. That's... Huh. Oh, okay. I'd kneel myself before a lady as charming as you. No need to kneel. What do you want to talk about? I can't remember what I chose here. Oh, well, I chose that. I didn't mean to pick that. Shit. Okay. Today's death was the first, but it won't be the last. Simon has opened the score of irreplaceable victims. Soon their number will multiply. I beg you to preserve the lives of several people when the lines of their fortune cross yours. Before any of them dies, there will be a moment when you will be able to intervene. I know that for a fact. How? I had a vision. I had a vision. I'm clairvoyant. I will become the nocturnal queen soon, just like my beloved sorcerer mother used to be. So you want me to take care of them? And to turn back the wheel that is about to crush us. Yes, this is my last hope. Perhaps at least you are master of your fate? You are master of your fate. Even Simon cannot boast this title now. How would you reward me if in 10 days' time these people were still alive? Would you go with me to the capital? I'm only staying here for a day or two anyway. Oh, your beauty's only matched by your intelligence. You know how to push my buttons. Are you really a sorcerer? Oh my god. I don't want to pick any of these. I didn't know that. I didn't know that one little. God, these were definitely not the choices that I had before. I'm only staying here for a day or two anyway. Which go with me to the capital. Please refer to Eva Yan with such ideas, Bachelor. She will gladly go to the capital with you. Just remind her to slip into something before she leaves the premises of her house. Well, don't let it go to your head. I will probably be able to reward you. In my own way. You won't be disappointed. Jesus Christ, dude. For fuck's sake. Alright. Let's go back to the people you worry about. Even though I cannot say I share your anxiety, you failed to scare me. You shouldn't speak so badly about Eva. She offered me room and board and was very welcoming. No, Maria, I can't take on responsibility this huge. I'm sorry. Let's go back to the people you worry about. That doesn't matter. What was destined to happen? Oh, God, she seems pissed. Oh no, I remember that face. Actually, yeah, I remember that face. That doesn't matter. What was destined to happen will happen. You can be whatever you want to be, but not a coward choosing to hear no evil and run away from reality. I will give you a list of those I know of. These people are bound to you. Bound. There is a tight spring of power within each of these people. Each of them can break the routine of human existence and become something greater. They are standing on the verge of their humanity, gazing into the realm where they could serve a different higher purpose, without even knowing it. Moreover, they are bound to make the leap, in one way or another. That's why we call them simply the Bound. But how is their fate bound to mine? Did you say my victory depended on them? How? When and how are these people supposed to die? How's their fate bound to mine? I don't know. I'm not a mistress yet. The future is not as clear to me as I would prefer, but I can feel the present. I can already distinguish a dubious guess from the pulse of the precise knowledge devoid of words and images. These people are bound to you. Your lives are connected. I wouldn't have asked you to take care of them otherwise. Are you clairvoyant or something? You sound delusional. But your uncle's death is a message ahead. You need to come to your senses. Are you clairvoyant or something? Ah, yes. You haven't been told, have you? Actually, you just told me. You just fucking told me. Do you not remember that? Clairvoyant? A clairvoyant with a short-term memory disorder. Oh, that's fucking wonderful. It didn't even cross my mind that someone may be unaware of my abilities. No one here dares doubt them, for they are evident. Yes, the mistress of every ruling house possesses special abilities. I am learning to see the future and transform the present. This fact offers your words a different degree of authenticity. Forgive me, but I don't believe in this type of phenomenons. This fact... Oh, she's happy. Will you comply with my request? Will you save the lives of the people I named to you? Answer me before going back to Eva. Alright. If it is truly within my power, I'll do my best to save their lives. How do you know that Eva has asked me? How do you know that Eva had asked me to come back? No, Maria, I need to go back to the capital as soon as possible. I always follow my principles. It doesn't matter which lines of fortune cross, there will be no exceptions. Alright. Yeah, sure. So here's all the people she wants. Whatever happens, these people must live. Their fates are bound to mine. They may well hold the keys to my victory in their hands. Here's your Kane, Victor Kane, of course, Andre Stamatin, and Peter Stamatin, who are brothers. Which I'm pretty sure the picture is just the same guy wearing a wig. Or his hair is pulled back. And of course, she's on there herself, obviously. Jesus fuck Maria. Jesus fuck Maria. I would prefer Eva over you. God damn. And of course Eva's on there. And then Mark Immortel. Don't think too hard on his last name. Don't even try. Anyways, I'm gonna... So, this was right around where I stopped. This right here... Right now, after speaking to her, that's when I stopped recording. And how long have I been recording? I want to check. An hour and 4 minutes, which... Yeah, that is about... right on as long as where I stopped. She said, "Mother, why can't you hear something, something, something?" I don't know what that's supposed to entail. Why does she have a rocking horse in her bedroom? I don't mean to pry, but like, why? Okay, this town is, I guess, is kind of fucked, so I should be surprised. What the fuck are you people doing here? Okay, well, I think I'll actually, yeah, I think I'll stop right here. So, that was part 1 of Pathologic. Hopefully you enjoy it. It's a bit different than what you used to see me play here. I know I already said that, but I hope you still enjoy it. I am still planning on playing through it all the way to the end, even though it might be extremely difficult and really brutal and punishing. But yeah, with that being said, I hope you enjoy the video. God, it's been a while since I've done videos, so I forgot what I say at the end. I hope you enjoyed. Anyways, thank you for watching. That's what I say. Of course, dumbass. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one. See you later.